Hey guys, follow me as I show you my journey with my 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse. So this is what it started as. As you can see, or as you can't probably see, it was actually pretty beat up. Here's a little close-up of that. The bumper was messed up, and the the whole trim of the front was messed up. On the side of it, the fender was messed up, the door was messed up. You can't really see in this picture. This picture actually makes the car look a lot nicer than it actually was, but the windshield is actually cracked as well. And on the inside of the car, you can see it was just totally abused and used. And you got the center part missing, the mirror missing. I actually had to hold the door in with a strap, like a truck strap thing. I can't remember what those are called. And then the carpet was missing. There was no carpet, and so like whenever you drove, it was just so bumpy and rough and terrible. This is another look of the inside. Just to give you a general overview, the seats are all beat up, and the radio is also missing. On the back, the taillights are beat up and broken almost. The bumper is messed up, and the hood is messed up, as well as the rear mirror, which I actually did not pull out to show you guys, but that's what it looked like when I first got the car. So what I first did was I got that carpet inside. I got a carpet with mass backing, and that gives more padding to the material. And I was just kind of worried that if I didn't get that the ride would just be way too rough whenever I drove the car. Because when I drove it without the carpet, it was horrible. I cannot express enough how horrible it was to drive that car without the carpet in it. So I actually put some padding down before I put the carpet down, and then the carpet already had mass backing, so there's probably like a good 3 inches of carpet there. But I'm very happy with the end result. Definitely do not feel that bump as much as I did beforehand. And this is what the carpet looked like when I was finished with it. And this is what the carpet looked like when I was finished with it. It looks pretty good, huh? And I'm getting the seats into the car now. That was the second thing I did. Got those things at the pick and pull. And anyone looking for seats, definitely check out my video on leather seats if you're looking for leather seats in particular. The seats actually were a little bit too big for my car, but I was able to fit them. I think I just need to lubricate the tracks to get them to slide a little bit better, but they fit for the most part. I'm happy with them. And plus, I really want that whole dual color interior kind of style, so I doubt I'm going to find another pair of seats with this kind of quality for $90. I mean, I'm sure I would if I went to the pick and pull like every day, but I'm not trying to do that anymore. After that, I got that door installed, which was a pain in the ass because it is probably the heaviest door in the world. Don't know why it needs to be that heavy, but it is. And I actually used a jack to get the door up so I could do it by myself. And I just put a plank and some wood to level it, and then I just jacked up the car until it was level with the hinges, and then I just screwed in the hinges. After I got that bumper installed, and that was pretty self-explanatory, really easy. You just had to follow all the holes and screw in bolts wherever there were holes that lined up. Then I got that fender in, and after I was working on the rear window, and this one was actually more of a lengthy project. It took me about 3 days to do because I had to wait for all of the things to dry before I would go on to the next step, like the primer and then the actual glue, the window weld. And I am really happy with how this turned out. Actually, I was very satisfied with myself with this one because they actually recommend you not to change or not to try to replace the rear window. They tell you to just replace that whole convertible top, which I did not have the money to do that, so I was just trying to see if I could do this by myself, and it was watertight. It worked great. After that, I did a little bit of kind of upgrading with the back trunk hood. I installed different hood lift latch strut thingies, and that was definitely an upgrade that I'm very happy with. Some of the more mechanical things that I worked on was the starter. I had to replace the starter, and so that was also very self-explanatory. You just had to unhook everything and then rehook everything. And then another mechanical thing that I had to replace was the radiator. And I actually found out that the previous owner had replaced the radiator about 3 times before this one. And it was because he kept hitting the radiator on different things, like while he was getting it installed, and would end up damaging it. And so I think that by the 3rd time he was just kind of tired of having to, you know, go back and do the whole thing over again, so he just kind of left it damaged in there, and that's why they had that radiator issue with the coolant, and had that little teeny itty bitty hole that was causing the coolant to leak out. But hey, you know what, one tiny little hole is enough to do it, so I had to change that. And then I did the radio, and I think that was the last thing I did for the Mitsubishi. It didn't have a radio before, and I just got a standard radio, and I just plugged it in and soldered those cables that you previously just saw, and that was it. Just hooked everything up, and I got that bass going, and I love it. And here is the up-to-date where I'm at. I wanted to say the final product, but it's not a final product because I'm still working on it. But here is the finished outcome of all the work that I've done so far. Look at that beautiful carpet. I love it. I love that carpet so much. I still gotta get that interior door installed, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, compared to how it looked like in the beginning, I'm basically a magician. But yeah, I just wanted to take a second to really show you guys all the work I've been doing on this car. If you really look at it from the first part of the video that I showed you of how it looked like before to now, it's really a dramatic change, and I'm so proud of myself for being able to do it all by myself. Let me know what you think. If you thought I did a good job, if you thought I did a horrible job, let me know. I'm Jackie, your Jackie of all trades, and I will see you next time.